Hey everybody, welcome back to Glenn's Garage. Today's video we're going to be working on the ML again here. It's a 08 320 CDI diesel engine, V6 turbo in it, and we're going to be changing out the air filters. Come on, I'll show you. It's a bit of a chore. We'll get her done. Okay, first thing we got to do, this engine cover. Purely cosmetic, we're just going to pop that off. Should snap on here and back here, so it should be a simple lift. There, there, there. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to get this plenum out of the way. So this is your air intake, pulls air, the engine pulls air from both sides here, through the air boxes and filters, into the plenum, and then down in here into the turbo. So we're going to want to get that out of the way, and then we can move on from there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do to get this out, your MAF sensors, one here, one here. So you're going to squeeze the end of them here, and it should, there we go. So get both of those out first. We've got a positive crank, PCV valve, positive crank ventilation valve back here that has to come out. That goes into here as well. And 3 clamps, 1, 2, 3. Once they're done, it should lift out of the way. Okay, just started wiggling here, and there we are. Now that airbox out of the turbo, PCV's clear, and there we go. Okay, so this is where the 2 air filters are. We need to get out. These are the 2 air boxes, and unlike most vehicles where maintenance appears to be a consideration, these ones have to be removed, get out, taken apart before you can do the air filters. I can't see the logic in that. I can't understand why they did it that way. But it certainly explains why in so many cases these things don't get changed, because it's a bit of a chore to get apart, as opposed to undoing 3 clips and opening up a typical air box and putting a filter in. So they're in here. They're 2 different ones, but we'll get them out, see what they look like. So you got two screws here, and then same on this side, there and there. And you've got a panel here that has to come out of this tray, and a panel over here that you can remove these portions of the tray so you can access it. So you get an idea of the level of disassembly required just to get these things out and do a simple air filter change. So anyway, we're going to move on and do that, see what they look like. All right, so got the sensor unplugged first, and then we're just going to take this access panel out of this scuttle tray or cowl tray. Bolt here and a bolt up here. They should come out, 10mm socket. So we'll get those out, get that out of the way first. Okay, 2 bolts out. It fell down here, so we just lift it out. Should just lift out. There we go. All right, so we're going to try and get this air snorkel disconnected here. There we go. Out of the way. Now the airlock should lift out, I believe. Alright, so I managed to free it there. Comes out. And these are the 2 pins that sit down, a little bracket there to support it. So it can now be taken apart in the air filter, replaced or checked at least on it. And we'll work on the other side now. Exactly the same process on the passenger side. All right, so passenger side, just like the driver's side, we've got to get this access panel out of this cowl plate or scuttle tray here. A bolt here and the bolt up here. 10mm socket. We'll get those out, get that out of the way, and then we can get at the box. All right, so second bolt out. And out of the way, there we go. Okay, so now we have access to the other box. All right, just like the other side, 2 Torx. And then again, we'll take the air intake snorkel off, and then this box should come out. Okay, so again, exactly the same as the other side. Pop the box, 2 pins here and here, and the second air box is out. Okay, so we're just going to crack one of the air boxes open, and I'll show you how you get those apart to put the new filters in. So let's go. So the air boxes are secured with 4 screws. They're Torx T27. So we're just gonna well, it was doing its job. You can't help but think it's been in here a very long time. I know you can see bugs and twigs and sticks and all manner of stuff crammed in here, so definitely in need of replacement. No doubt the other one looks exactly the same. Okay, so this is the second one. As you can see, bugs and everything. I don't know if you can actually see this, but in the video, these are just packed solid with dirt. I'm amazed air's getting through this thing at all. That's just pretty shocking. So certainly needed doing, and like I said when we started, the fact that it's such a faff or a chore to get these apart is probably one of the reasons why they get left. All right, so new air filters have come in, and a new fill filter that I've done. There's a separate video on that. So air filter boxes, remember there's 2. I've cleaned them out. May as well start with them clean. Particularly this side, which is the dirty air side, has been at least given a flick out and a wipe down through the tube here to let it start out clean. So we'll pop a brand new filter in there. This is going to make a lot of difference, I think. And just a matter of slipping the covers back together and putting the screws down, and we'll be ready to install. So I'll do both of these, and I'll see you back in the engine bay. Okay, so really the installation is like everything else, the reverse of how you took it apart. We're going to drop it down. We're going to locate these 2 pins first, and then roll it up into place. Line up the 2 screws here, tighten them down. Sounds simple. We'll see how it goes. It's pretty tight in here. And you really can't get your hand down there to see if you've got the pins in. That pin missed. All right, we finally have that in. That was a bit of a faff around. It's not quite as easy as you would picture in your mind, but it is in now. So what we're going to do is get these 2 bolts in place. Alright, so now just snug those down. Alright, so I've got both boxes in. Now you've got to put the air intake snorkels or tubes, whatever you want to call them, back on as well. So we're going to fish those down as around here. Right, one done, one more to go. Oh, before we forget, because we'll forget otherwise. Where did it go? Plug the sensor in here. There we go. Hopefully it hasn't gotten trapped. Right, so it was trapped. All right, got it out. Don't forget to plug this back in. There we go. Plug that back in now. And snorkel on the other side, and then we can put the air intake plenum back together. Alright, so when you're putting the air intake plenum back in, just remember this needs to go, make sure it slides underneath the airbox, the opening in the airbox there. You don't want this folding up in because you're going to pull air and you won't seal properly. And if you that's got it. Okay, so we just gotta fiddle these, clamp them back up. That's part's done. All right, so a bit of work to get those on there properly so they're seated right around, but they're in, they're clamped. Air boxes are all done, so air filter's done. We're ready just to put these two access panels back into the tray here and the seal on top. And your air filters are done. Thank you very much for watching. If the video was helpful or you enjoyed it, I would certainly appreciate a like and a subscribe. That would be awesome. In the meantime, I hope to see you back here in the garage. There'll be more videos showing up. There's lots of content on there now. And everybody, you take care, drive safe, have a great day.